Oh, hello. Am I beautiful? So, today we're doing some do's and don'ts of makeup. Do you want to look like this? Or would you like to get this look? Keep watching if you want to know how I achieved this look and common mistakes that we make when we do this look. We're going to start with the eyebrows. Using an angle brush dipped into the pomade, I'm going to start with my left eye. A common mistake is starting right where the eyebrows begin and dragging it along. We're going to use our spoolie and here we have a very squared front, very bold eyebrow. Harsh lines can tend to make you look a lot older, so you really want to try to avoid having the front of your eyebrow to be this harsh. We're going to try not starting from the front. So your focus ends up being at the tail end of the eyebrows. So we're going to start mid eyebrow at the tail. And the rest, we use the spoolie and we drag it forward. We're not done yet. We're going to clean them up. One common mistake people make is using a very light concealer on both the top and the bottom of the brows. So this is the final look. A better method for cleaning up eyebrows is to use the concealer only on the bottom side of your eyebrow and using the matching foundation at the top of your eyebrow. As you can see, this method avoids cakiness on your forehead and it just gives it a more natural appeal. Now we can see the difference between the gradient of the front of this brow and the front of this brow. Next, we are going to be talking about eyeshadow. So for the best blending, it's best to start with your lightest color and move up towards your darker colors. Starting with darker colors can have your makeup looking more harsh and less blended. For this eye, we're going to show the difference it makes starting from your lightest color and transitioning to your darker colors. So as you can see, starting with your lighter colors gives it a more blended and smooth look versus starting with your darker colors, you can avoid this muddy, less blended, harsh look. Next, we're gonna put on foundation. Common mistake is not applying it evenly and distributing it everywhere your skin is showing. As you can see, it is not on the neck. You can see the difference in the ears. So here you can see the difference of the harshness where it's not blended and it's kind of globbed on. This one, it is blended a little more evenly. It is also distributed into the ear and neck area for a nice, cleaner, smooth look. This is more of a cakey look. Next, for concealer, One of the common mistakes is overusing concealer. Made popular by a lot of influencers. They make the mistake of overusing concealer and distributing it in large areas. The best thing you can do for your eyes is use less. By focusing on the inner under eyes and the outer corner, you give your eye a lift and also a more awake look. As you can see, the difference is clear. This eye looks a little more lifted and awake. This eye just looks very cakey. Next, for contour. Common mistakes for powder contour is using small brushes that don't blend well. For powder contour, it's best to use something fluffy and blendable. As you can see, the difference is clear. This is a little more blended and natural looking. This one has a more harsh and muddy look to it. For highlighter, a common mistake is overusing too much powder highlighter. It can be a very harsh look. For a more natural glow, I recommend spraying your face with setting spray first and then using a sponge to apply highlighter. Using this method allows the highlighter to just melt into your face and look more like a glow instead of harsh, dustier look. Next, we're gonna be using lashes. One common mistake people make when putting on eyelashes is not trimming them and fitting them to your eye, also applying them too close to the inner corner of the eye. Right away, they feel very uncomfortable when they're too close to the inner corner of the eye. These are not trimmed and they are way too long. Trim your lashes, you trim from the outer corner of the eyelash so that the inner corner is still the shorter end. Okay, so up close, we can see that this lash is fitted correctly. This lash is not trimmed and too close to the inner corner, and it's very hard to even see because I can see the inner corner of the false eyelash. Trimming the eyelash also gives the inner corner of your eye a little more view, whereas this one, it's so much lash going on that you cannot even see the inner corner makeup. Next step is lips. I am a fan of overlined lips, but there is a correct way to do it. Creating thick lines on the outside of your lips makes an obvious overlined lip. For a more natural look, start with the natural lining of your lips and move outwards slightly. When lining my lips, I lined at my exact lip line for the corners, but for the top and the bottom, that's where I overlined, so it looks a little more natural. Common mistake for applying lipstick after lip liner is not allowing it to blend nicely. This way only accentuates the overlined lips. Applying lipstick over where your lip liner is makes it look more natural and doesn't call attention to the overlining of your lips. So this is the final look. I hope that you learned something from my tips and tricks today. Let me know if any of these tips were useful for you and if there's anything that you do differently. As usual, don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell after you've subscribed so you can get notifications every time I upload new videos. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.